this afternoon when we had the challenge, you've already been posting on social media because we'd like to see your photos, we'd like to see your selfies and your videos, and we want to know what makes you ageless. So you write the caption, I am ageless because, and then put whatever it is that makes you feel ageless, and please use the official hashtag for our event. It is hashtag Superbods Ageless and hashtag Century Tuna Superbods. We are going to award our winners a little bit later on in the program. But tonight, as you know, it is that time of the year again. Every 2 years, we look forward to this grand event, the most highly anticipated summer event in the country. We are, of course, talking about Century Tuna Superbods. Now, brought to us by the country's #1 canned tuna, Century Tuna Superbods inspires all of us to be fit, to be sexy, to be healthy, and encourages all of us to live a healthier lifestyle. And this year, they are taking it a notch higher. I will not be the one to reveal to you exactly why, but that is something that will definitely motivate all of us and encourage as well as empower those who belong in the ageless group, right? Right? Okay. So, I know all of you guys are excited to know what is happening, what's the latest in this year's Century Tuna Superbods. So I won't make you wait any longer to welcome all of us to this event. A round of applause, please, to the ever-dashing and definitely the epitome of ageless. Give it up for the Vice President and General Manager of Century Pacific Food Incorporated, Mr. Greg Banzon.
Hey everyone, Greg Banzon. Well, we're here again, and yeah, we're very excited and honored to have all of you tonight joining us for this yet another Century Tuna event. You've always been very supportive, and you don't know how much we really appreciate your attendance. Parang kami yung pinupuntahan, actually yung mga artista. First of all, welcome of course to our friends in media, our very loyal friends from the press. You've always helped us out, and you've always, as I just mentioned, accepted our invitation to be here. It really makes us truly honored by your presence. First of all, of course, I'd like to welcome some VIPs and important people in the crowd. We have with us today the Vice President for Sales for Century Pacific Food, Mr. Will Nicolasora. Ageless po yan, ageless. And his management team and staff. So ang sales team natin is in full force in attendance tonight. We also have the CEO, President and CEO of our fantastic and ever creative, always delivering the powerhouse campaign, PCNB, led by Ariel Comia. So Ariel. Sinestretch ko kasi mga ibang artista wala pa. Mr. Ariel, where are you? Let's have a look at Ariel. The traffic is really bad, so yeah. Basta si Ariel, guwapo yun. Yun, ageless din yun. Ako, I am ageless. I'm 53 years old. And yeah, I'm from Team Ageless. How many of you here are from Team Ageless? Mga barkada ko yan. Okay. Also, of course, the management committee, and I think the president, we are honored by the presence of the president of our sister company. As you know, part of the whole group is the Shakey's pizza team. So, management team and president and general manager, CEO of Shakey's, Mr. Vic Gregorio, and the man from of Shakey's here as well. Actually, they're really busy. They're running a very successful promotion, promo right now, the 2018 promo. And they really have to run after all of the calls that have been coming in. But they took time out to be here just to take a photo with Miss Alice Dixon. Yeah, so, and of course our powerhouse marketing team. We have the guys who are truly behind all of our campaigns. What I do is I just sign the check. Jella Pexon and Jessica Sebiag. They'll be standing here later to make their presentations on what's new in Century. So, ito naman yung presentation natin. I'm very happy to report that because of your support, your continuous coverage of our events, and spreading the word about what we are doing as a brand resulted in very strong results for Century Tuna in 2017. You know that the base is already very high. As a company in the tuna category, pababa ko muna to. Okay. As a company in the tuna category, we control as much as 83% market share. So that you can imagine the base of such a business of a very large category. The Philippines is one of the biggest, largest tuna consumption markets in the world. And we control 83% of that through all of the campaigns that we've been rolling out for many years. Despite that, the sales has been double-digit domestically. I think it's because of all of the, as you know, we had 4 campaigns last year, very strong campaigns. We started the year with a reprise of the James Street Meta campaign, which was also very successful. But the one that drove consumption was the Yummy campaign, where we had many of you with us at the Shangri-la Makati, and we highlighted and showcased our 3 new male endorsers, si Gerald, si Paolo, and si Mateo. So, and that was an intent to drive consumption for tuna by teaching consumers different ways by which they would enjoy their tuna. You could eat it with pancit canton, for example, or as a sandwich, or silog with rice. So that was maybe what you would call our effort in the first trimester of 2017. But we didn't stop there. There were so many challenges, new players, competition, a changing consumer and competitive landscape. And we felt we needed to reinforce our leadership in the category. There were a lot of challengers, but we said no. When it comes to tuna, 100% it is Century Tuna as the market leader. And we brought out our campaign featuring the Queen of the Universe, Pia Wurzbach. And again, you were with us. I think that was in Shangri-La as well, or whatever. One of the first endorsements of Pia after her reign as Miss Universe. And that created a very strong lift for the brand right after, as a follow-up to the campaign of the Yummy campaign of Gerald, Mateo, and Paolo. But we didn't stop there. We said, meron na namang bagong kalaban, at saka may bagong sinasabi. Sabi nila that they are maybe pioneers in the chunky category. But we said, no, we've had chunky 10 years ago. And we figured we didn't want to be to throw competitive lines at them. We just put out a statement that no, Century has chunky. It's in a red can. And we thought it is the best opportunity to highlight or be able to expand the market further. So we drove consumption, we reasserted our leadership 100%, and now we went after a new demographic because everyone's running after millennials, and that's a good thing, that's the future. But we also said, no, we have the Gen Xers among us that also want to stay fit and healthy. So we ran the Red campaign last year, also very successfully. Yan, lumipad talaga ang benta. And we were competing against other players that were spending tons and tons of millions of pesos trying to attack maybe a market leader. But we stayed digital. We stayed in the new media space. Probably spent much lower than what we would normally spend because we were learning how to communicate with the market through digital marketing. And as I said, it's like one of our most successful campaigns ever. and definitely what drove the sales growth in 2017. So I guess to everyone, thank you and congratulations for that performance. So, but hindi lang sa Pilipinas ang growth. I'm also very happy to report that we've been pushing this brand internationally. And again, despite a very high base, we grew by 70%, more than 70% in 2017. So that's a Philippine brand going global. And towards the end of the year, around October or so, we've been working at it for 2 years. One of the toughest markets in the world is Israel because of regulatory issues. We were able to penetrate the Israel market successfully, making Israel the 60th country where Century Tuna is available. Lakpakan niyo naman ang Century Tuna. LR naman ganyan. 60 countries. So it's truly now becoming a multinational brand coming from the Philippines. We're actually the #1 supermarket brand in China, as I always say. We're probably depending on what report you read, we're either #1 or #2 in Vietnam. And of course, we have an unassailable hold here in the Philippines. And surprise to many, we are the #3 brand against very strong players, international players in the Middle East. So that's a Philippine brand showing the best of the world that we can compete. So yeah. So, but this year, syempre, kahit na maganda yung growth mo last year, or the previous year, you need to continue to drive performance. Luckily, 2018 is a Superbod year. Superbod continues to be our strongest equity pillar for the brand. Every time we run Superbods, we get a groundswell of interest, buzz, digital posts, and dramatic improvement in sales because of the excitement and the interest generated by the brand and the event in Superbods. And again, many of you here were with us in Boracay, at the Palace Pool Club, in this long 10-year journey to Superbods. And this year is our 12th year of running Superbods for Century. So, but sa dami, in the many times that we've ran Superbods, we don't want it to become relegated to a predictable, have been there, done that event. We said we need to stay relevant as an event, otherwise we might become a bikini open competition, or so we wanted to continuously improve on how we've been executing Superbods. And today it's still the highest paying model search in the country, but we said it has to go beyond relevance, beyond the models and the Superbods of the Philippines. We said we needed to expand the relevance of the event. So, pinag-isipan namin, there was a good response to the Gen X campaign, the Red campaign last year. So we figured, how do we continue that momentum? When you think of fitness, maybe baka sawa na kayo sa picture ko doon. Dito naman tayo. So, nandiyan na yung mga artista natin. Nauubusan namin ng repartee. So anyway, so when you think of fitness, you have to go back to when there was like a structured system of formation. All of us, or many of us, were privileged to go through this structured system of development, which was basically school. Pag nag-aaral tayo, we would go through the rigors of the system of academics, which teach us to build our mind and intellect, analytical skills, critical skills, life skills as well, so that you become acceptable in the social environment, spirituality, inner peace and meaning and direction in your life, and to provide the moral compass. But part of that structure is always physical health. And you have to remember, it's there not to kill time for students, it's there to form, for the formative purpose of developing a fit, sound mind, a body, and soul. The fitness part is delivered by physical education. So it becomes part of our overall, as I call, structured learning experience. But as we age, there comes a point na as young people, health is what you would call maybe taken for granted. Because you're young or youthful, then you are therefore healthy. But as we age, after we leave school, then the academics help us to be productive, the social skills, the life skills, help us to integrate with our peers. The spirituality gives us a moral compass. But what many of us seem to drop is the physical component of continuous development. And that's why the aging process actually sets in and even accelerates as we get older. And this is what we said, pwede ba natin, can we influence this thought and this pattern? So we looked at certain examples, or some examples, as you know, this is now the digital age. The ones that are getting a lot of viral attention are these two individuals from Singapore. Cindy Lam is 50 years old, but she doesn't look a day over 49. So that's Cindy Lam. And super bad, at 50, that's how she looks. And supposedly without any cosmetic enhancements. And I kind of believe it. And then you have there Chuan Du Tan, the photographer from Singapore. He's part model, part photographer, part blogger. He looks 21 or 25. Doesn't look a day over 25. And he's really ripped. And he's 50. By today, this picture was taken last year. I don't know if he's already 50, 51. So that provided inspiration for what we wanted to do for Superbods. We wanted Superbods to be more relevant, to be more inspiring, and to prove to many that fitness is actually a choice and not necessarily time-bound. Hindi porque 45 ka na, your metabolism is slowing down, then you accept that you become physically aged 45, for example. You can still fight off time and still be as fit as Chuan Du and Cindy Lam. So we said, let's use this as the anchor for the 2018 Superbod event. So, syempre, kailangan mo magbenta ng tuna. Behind that concept, of course, is you have to combine the powerhouse nutritional values that tuna delivers. It is a fat burner. It has omega-3 that regulates your weight, helps you with the digestive system. It's low calorie, DHA as well for your mind development. And then adding an active lifestyle is a way by which you can partially or pursue this fitness goal. So, therefore, we conceptualized, after a lot of thought, Century Tuna Superbods Ageless. What's different is we added a new age group, which Cheska will talk about later. But I will preempt a little bit because, as you know, the Facebook, the digital campaign has been running for a few days now, and even the TV commercial. We added an age group 38 to 50 years old. Kung merong beyond 50 sa akin dyan, kami will still encourage them and how do you call this? Accept them at the go-see. Let's see if they can compete against the 38s and 50s. It's just like, it just ends the competition, but it's not necessarily a hard stop rule that we won't take people above 50. Mga 52. So anyway, so we added the new age group, and then we're doing it at a very exciting, the latest, and probably the biggest ever event place, go-to, place to be seen place in the Philippines, probably in Asia, the Cove Manila at the Okada. We have here Patrick and Cheska who are from Cove. We thank them for their support and participation to Superbods. Maraming salamat. Superbod has become so big that there are other sponsors that are coming in. We're even giving away a car No, we're giving a car. Chevy has agreed to participate, and we'll be giving away a Chevy Trax to one of the winners, not necessarily the Superbod winner, but the Superbod candidate or contestant that best represents the ideals and I guess the equity that Chevy Trax stand for. So we also are adding side events. As you know, we bring you to Boracay, we have that beach, day in the beach and all of that. And you might think maybe there's not enough opportunity to see our Superbods in action. We're making among the more exciting events that we're happy to announce is we're going to do a Century Tuna Superbods underpants run here in Metro Manila. So it's essentially running a 10K, 5K, or 3K race in your underwear to showcase your Superbod. So palakasan ng loob talaga yan. Pero we've been staging it for 3 years already in Subic, quite successfully with a growing participation. So I join it every year, but I just stay at the back and I try to make sure no one takes my picture. So, nakakasansilyo. So, but those are actual pictures of Superbod, the underpants run. So it will be on April 8th at the Phil Invest area. So in public, we're encouraging everyone to show their own version of, their best version of Superbods at the Century Tuna Superbods underpants run at the Phil Invest. So finally, I just want to thank all of you again and encourage you, whether you are a millennial, whether you are a Superbod, or whether you are ageless, fitness need not be time-bound. Fitness is a choice. Everyone, we can all be ageless. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much, Sir Greg Banzon. Another round.